the apple. We have a caller from Philadelphia, one of our favorite folks. John, how are you doing?
Hey, Larry, I'm doing very well. I'm going to pause and let you finish your apple thought. I'm interested in that, and I know all your listeners are too.
I'm finished with the apple thought, so go ahead.
Okay. Well, the price chart of Apple stock, being a $1 trillion market cap company, is virtually the same as the NASDAQ 100 index. But I thought I'd ask you if you could pull up the, I don't know, either the 4-hour or the daily NQZ chart. That'd be the futures on the NASDAQ 100.
Sure.
And I'd like to see you please just perform your exercise, which would give you your next higher target if the August 31st high is surpassed. And we're right there right now, just like Apple shares are right at their early September highs. Could you help me with that, please?
Sure. I posted that chart early this morning, but let's update it right here. So you can see here we have made a new high from overnight. We've dropped about 20 handles and then came right back. But you'll notice that we've now taken out the 1714 level. We're trading at 77.16 right now. We've gone above the high, so this is a new high ground. But as you can see from this hourly chart over the last 3 days, we are making a 3 drive to a top pattern, and now these fail quite a bit. And a failure, if we get above 77.40, this would certainly be a major failure. But right now, this pattern, it appears to be, in vogue, because you've got two ABCD patterns measuring to 77.20, and we're trading at 77.19. So whether that's it or not, I don't know. All I know is the news is very bullish because of the Mexican-Canadian trade agreement, and then next will probably be China after that, and then they'll have the, well, I won't. I'm going to not talk about anything else. What else can I help you with, my friend?
I might ask, is it convenient for you to show the daily chart on that NASDAQ December futures contract? What I'm after is, as I understand you completely, when you say, gosh, we're up here at 77.19.20. If we get past 70.40, this 3 drive to a top pattern is negated, is invalid, meaning we're headed higher. And I was wondering if you might show your Pesavento patterns tools on the daily that would give you what would be the next higher levels to be looking for to be achieved.
Well, if we clear much above the 77.30, we'll be looking at 77.70. And also 78, because 78 is a 1.27 expansion of the whole move from August through September. And but we've been up now. This is, I think, our 6th up day. Statistically, that's usually what you get. But, this is the early morning rush that you get in this morning, and we're certainly getting that with the Dow up, 220. So the market is still rolling ahead the first 15 minutes. You'll see what it is in an hour from now, but that's what it looks like. I mean, it's we certainly get to those levels, without any trouble at all, is the way it looks.
I see. So, and I'm looking at you to thank you for posting that daily chart. And the targets you come up with are just by doing the exercises of looking at the short term and a little bit longer term pullbacks, and doing the fib expansion calculations based upon those pullbacks. So I see where you're getting those. I appreciate seeing that in real time. I might mention to you, full disclosure, I rebought the soybeans this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I see these back up to the high, up at 856 currently. And in doing just all sorts of fundamental work, seeing what the trade is saying, seeing what people are talking, where the business is going, I come away with the conclusion that whether or not the United States and China form some sort of agreement that they've been in dispute about for the past number of months, chances would appear to be high that even if that does not occur, that Chinese importers and U.S. exporters would construct a deal to get U.S. beans to China, either directly because negotiations are fruitful, or via some more circuitous routes by, like, selling U.S. soybeans to Canada, who resell them to China, or U.S. Soybeans sold to Argentina, who resells to China. So there's that sort of talk, and I can understand how that could certainly come about. And if that were to be the case, I'd be guessing $9 would be easily achievable. I'm wondering if you can share what you think would be achievable if you have something like that occur.
John, $9 is a minimum. That's only 50 cents, well, less than 50 cents from where we are right now. But the key is, if we do get a fast freeze in here, and the weather is crazy all year long, it's getting crazier. But if we should get a freeze, that's a smoking mirrors type thing. But if we were to get some type of a real heavy rain, and get some of the beans out, or they come in with a fast freeze and it hurts the crop, you could see beans move $1 without any trouble, because we're the last hope for beans right now, because if they can't buy them from us, they can't buy them from anybody. And they might not say they're going to be buying them from us, but believe me, they have agents all over the world that'll be buying beans through Peru or Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, and then they ship them to China. So you don't really know what's going on there, but they're not going to stop eating. They got 1.5 billion hungry people over there, so we know that stuff is going to be used.
Are you implying they might even be buying them through Pesavento household in Tucson?
No, we bought some tofu yesterday, just to keep it on stock, so we wouldn't get out of too much trouble. But no, it's something. How they play the game. Chinese are great traders. They know how to play the game, and they're playing the same game. It's cat and mouse, and there's a deal coming. And if the other countries have done it, Mexico and Canada, China's going to be right behind them. And they've been cutting a fat cow for so many years on the intellectual property and all the other stuff that, they're going to have to acquiesce. And the rest of the world knows it too. So what we hear and what we know are two different things, I guess. But that's the way it looks like it. These trade agreements have come and gone. Look, the market's up another 6 or 7% since March. Or May, when they did this. So, the trade agreements mean nothing.
Right, and just for what it's worth, I don't trade Forex myself, because I prefer to trade things where I can understand what future value and today's current value might be. And I always get confused trying to bisect what actually is going on when it comes to central banks and treasuries and the capital flows between currencies. So I'm sorry, I hear the music.
Hey, thanks for calling in, my friend. I really appreciate it.